First one is what is Taylor series, right? So this is also called a power series. It is also called as a power series. Taylor series or power series. That means that it consisting of the only positive increasing powers. Consisting of the only positive increasing powers. So that means that there is no involvement of the terms 1 by x, 1 by x square like that. Only it consisting of a positive terms. Suppose if we take an example e power x, that means 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial like that. It is a Taylor series. It is a power series. Next, e power 1 by x. It consisting of the 1 by x terms. It is not a power series. So only it consisting of a power series, that is a positive terms. That means that the function is continuous, that is n times continuous, and n times n minus 1 times continuous and n minus 1 times differentiable. Then only the Taylor series is applicable to that function. Then only the Taylor series is applicable to that function. So first, suppose if f is any function, which is defined right? So close interval a comma a plus h. That means that f is a real valued continuous function. F is a real valued continuous function. Then and also then f satisfies fn minus 1 of x. Fn minus 1 of x is continuous. Fn minus of 1 of x is continuous and fn minus 1 of x is differentiable on closed interval here. So if you take 0 comma x, right? So here 0 comma x. Next, and differentiable on open interval 0 comma x. On open interval 0 comma x. For such type of functions, there exists a series that is f of x is equal to right. So f of a plus x by 1 factorial into f dash of a plus x square by 2 factorial into f double dash of a plus and so on plus x power n by n factorial into fn of a plus and so on. So this is called the Taylor series. Right? So it is a very simple one. So that means that first the function satisfies the conditions that the function. Sorry, I missed the term. I think here x minus a, right? So here x minus a whole square. Here x minus a whole power. So this is the Taylor series. So that means that it is a Taylor series in increasing powers of x minus a. So that means f of x is equal to f of a plus x minus a by 1 factorial into f dash of a, right? Plus x minus a whole square by 2 factorial into f double dash of a plus and so on plus x minus a whole power n by n factorial into fn of a. Suppose if we put a is equal to 0, then you will get f of x is equal to f of 0 plus x by 1 factorial into f dash of 0 plus x square by 2 factorial into f double dash of 0 plus and so on plus x power n by n factorial into fn of 0 plus and so on. This is called Maclaurin series. So this is the Taylor series. In the Taylor series formula, if you replace a is equal to 0, then you will get the Maclaurin series. Or the Taylor series, this is the Taylor series about the point x is equal to a. This is a Taylor series. It is also called. It is a Taylor series about the point x is equal to 0. So this is a Taylor series in powers of x minus a. When we use this formula means, suppose given that f of x is equal to sin x, write down the sin x in the increasing powers of x minus pi by 2. So in that situation, we have to use this formula. So observe that in the increasing powers of x minus pi by 4. So you just compare with this. Here what is a? So a is nothing but pi by 4. Here the thing is, you have to calculate the f dash of x. F double dash of x. f triple dash of x. So it depends upon the given question. Suppose if they ask you write down the Taylor series of the given function up to the fourth degree or up to the fourth term, then we have to calculate the x minus a whole power 4 by 4 factorial into f fourth dash of a, f fourth dash of a. So that is the thing. So right, so based on the given question, you have to find the derivatives. So if they are not asking any derivatives, at least you have to find the third derivative, right? So why? Because it is a 10 marks question, but it is very easy one. So that right, so that is this is the Taylor series formula. This is the Taylor series formula. That means that this is the Taylor series about the point x is equal to a. About the point x is equal to a. So the question is find the Taylor series of the function sin x about the point x is equal to pi by 4. So likewise, this is the Taylor series of the function about the point x is equal to a. So here the conditions are the function must be real valued function and the n minus 1 to that is fn minus 1 is continuous function, right? So and fn minus 1 is differentiable function. Then there existed. So that why it is continuous differentiable means suppose if it is not exist, then Taylor series is not possible to find. So right, so because of that, it must be differentiable up to n minus 1 to derivative, right? And also this is the Taylor series about the point x is equal to a. So clearly observe this formula. So this is the one of the very important formula. This formula is asked just if this formula is asked in the GATE examination 2018. So which of the following is the Taylor series about the point x is equal to a? So that is the question. So very simple, right? Suppose about the point a is equal to 0, it becomes this one. So this is also a special case, right? So this is called Maclaurin series. So this is the subcase of the Taylor series, right? So is it clear? This is the Taylor series formula, right? So is it clear, man? Up to this, everyone. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we have the another form of the Taylor series. So that is also one of the very important. When we use that another form is for finding the Taylor series with Lagrange's form of remainder or Maclaurin's form of remainder. So in that situation only we have to use that another form of the Lagrange Taylor series, right? So that is also very easy one. So right, first listen carefully the definition of the another form of the Taylor series, right? Right. Suppose f is any function defined on the interval, that is a real valued function defined on the interval a comma a plus h. You may take a comma b, no problem. A comma b. So that means that here a, so here b. So the difference is h. This is nothing but a plus h. So because of that reason, I am taking a plus h. It is not a problem. So that means that the length is same. Right? So between any two successive points, the length is same. So and fn minus 1 is continuous. On the interval closed interval a comma a plus h. Next n minus 1 is differentiable on open interval a comma a plus h. Then there exists theta belongs to open interval a comma a plus h such that f of a plus h is equal to f of a plus h by 1 factorial into f dash of a plus h square by 2 factorial into f double dash of a plus and so on plus h power n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial into f n minus 1 of a plus h power n by n factorial into fn of a plus theta h. Only here the last term is changing. So right, so that is the only thing. So here f of a plus h. So this is the another form of the Taylor series. This is the another form of the Taylor series. So this Taylor series is used for calculating the Lagrange's form of remainder or Maclaurin's form of remainder. So generally we are using the Taylor series, that is we discussed in the last 5 minutes before. So generally we use that one for calculating the Taylor series or power series for the given function. But in the case of the calculation of the Lagrange's form of remainder or Maclaurin's form of remainder, we have to use this formula. That is f of a plus h is equal to f of a plus h by 1 factor into f dash of a plus h square by 2 factor into f double dash of a plus h power n minus 1 by n factor into f n minus 1 of a plus h power n by n factor into fn of a plus theta h. A plus theta h. Here a means the initial point of the interval. The initial point of the interval. And h means h is equal to length b minus a. The length of the interval. So that is 1 minus 0. So for this interval, the length is 1. Suppose if the interval is 1 comma 3, here a is equal to 1 and h is equal to 2. H is equal to 2. So that is the very important observation. So and also we have the one conclusion. Since we know that C is belongs to open interval in the original Taylor series formula. Suppose if we take the interval a comma b. In the previous formula, we are taking the interval a comma x. Suppose if we take a comma b, then there exists C belongs to open interval a comma. That is a less than c less than b. A less than c less than. So you subtract the value of a. So it becomes c minus a less than b minus a. C minus a less than b minus a. So that is 0 less than c minus a less than b minus a. So that is 0 less than c minus a by b minus a less than 1. C minus a by b minus a less than 1. So take it as theta. So that is 0 less than theta less than 1. That is assume that theta is equal to c minus a by b minus a. So b minus a is nothing but length. So that is theta is equal to c minus a by h. So therefore c minus a is equal to theta h. So c is equal to a plus theta h. A plus theta h. So this is the a plus theta. It is nothing but c value. So here the range of c is a comma b, and that is the c is lies between a comma b. The theta is lies between 0 to 1. The theta lies between 0 to 1. So this is the one of the important conclusion. Suppose why this is important means, suppose if we get the value theta is greater than 1, so then you conclude that the Taylor theorem is not justified. The Taylor theorem is not justified. In the case of justification, so we have to find the value of theta. We have to find the value of theta and show that the value of theta lies much between 0 to a. 0 to 1. So this is the very important conclusion. So when we use this one, this conclusion means for the justification of the Taylor series problem. For the justification of the Taylor series problem. So we are writing two Taylor series formula. One is what is the first one? One is f of x is equal to right, f of a plus x minus a by 1 factorial into f dash of a plus x minus a whole square by 2 factorial into f double dash of a plus and so on plus x minus a whole power n by n factorial into fn of x minus a. So next one. So another form of the Taylor series is f of a plus h. You may write it as f of a plus x also. You may write it as f of a plus x also. No problem. So that is equal to f of a plus x by 1 factorial. X by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial into f double dash of a plus and so on plus x power n by n factorial into fn of a plus theta x. That means you may write the same formula in terms of x also. This is not correct. It is not wrong. So it is also correct. You may take in place of that is generally is a to a plus x. A to a plus x. There x is the length. So this is the another form of the Taylor series. So is it clear to you everyone? So a plus h means, so that is f of a plus h means f of a plus h by 1 factorial into f dash of a plus h square by 2 factorial into f double dash of a plus and so on plus. So the last one is very important. So is it clear to everyone? So this is called the Lagrange's form of remainder. Actually we are writing in place of this one as Rn. in place of this one as Rn, where Rn is remainder. So you have, if you take Lagrange's form of remainder, you have the one form of Rn. If you take the Maclaurin's form of remainder, you have the another one form of the Rn, right? So, but I am writing the before one, that is the Lagrange's form of remainder. So you have the questions related to the Lagrange's form of remainder. So that direct I am writing the Lagrange's form of remainder here. So before that I am writing Lagrange's form of remainder. So is it clear to you? So this is the Taylor series formula, right? So that is we are discussing Taylor series formula. So and also Maclaurin series, which is obtained by replacing the that is x is equal to 0. That is a is equal to 0 in the Taylor series. Next, so Taylor series is obtained about the point x is equal to a, but the Maclaurin series is obtained about the point x is equal to 0. So here, this is the another form of the Taylor series. So this is the another form of the. It is also look like a Taylor series, but in the nth term we have the Rn. So Rn means, so it has one form for Lagrange's form of remainder, or it has another form for the Maclaurin's form of remainder, right? So that is the thing. So is it clear to everyone? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we will solve the problems related to the Taylor series concept. Right now. Expand sin x in terms of or in powers of x minus pi by 4 up to degree 4 by using Taylor series. By using Taylor series. Obtain the Taylor series. So expand sin x in powers of x minus pi by 4. Right? X minus pi by 4 up to degree 4. By using Taylor series, right? So first, here given that f of x is equal to sin x, and a is equal to what?
Pi by 4, sir.
Yeah, very good. 5 by 4. So that means that you are calculating the Taylor series formula for the given function in powers of x minus pi by 4. That means that, so that is about the point x is equal to a. So about the point x is equal to a means the Taylor series formula is above x is equal to a is f of x is equal to what the formula? F of a plus x minus a by 1 factor into f dash of a. So up to 4th degree. So write down up to 4 terms, right? So x minus a whole square by 2 factor into f double dash of a plus x minus a whole cube by 3 factorial into f triple dash of a plus x minus a whole power 4 by 4 factorial into f fourth derivative of a. So clearly sin x is continuous and differentiable on the given interval. So that is 0, pi by, right? So clearly sin x is continuous and differentiable. So the Taylor series existed for the given function sin x. So we don't think about that. So right. So therefore we have to calculate f dash of a value, f double dash of a value, f triple dash of a value, f fourth dash of a value, plus and so on. So up to this enough. So this is the Taylor series formula about the point x is equal to a. about the point x is equal to a, or in powers of x minus a, in powers of x minus a. But in the given question, what they are asking is write down the Taylor series expansion for the given function sin x in powers of x minus pi by 4. X minus pi by 4. So this is the formula, right? So right here f of x is equal to sin x. F of x is equal to sin x, right? And a is equal to what? Pi by 4. Which implies that f of x is equal to f of pi by 4. So x minus pi by 4 by 1 factorial into f dash of pi by 4 plus x minus pi by 4 whole square by 2 factorial into f double dash of pi by 4 plus x minus pi by 4 whole cube by 3 factorial into f triple dash of pi by 4 plus x minus pi by 4 whole power 4 by 4 factorial into f fourth dash of pi by f fourth dash of 5. So this is the Taylor series what we have to find, right? So therefore clearly we know this value, and but we don't know value of f dash of pi by 4. So if you want to calculate f dash of pi by 4, first you have to calculate f dash of x. Next to f double dash, f triple dash, f fourth. That's enough. Then you have to substitute the values in this one. So calculate equation number 1. That's enough. So the problem is over. So that is the simple one, right? So therefore, suppose if they are not mentioned about the point, so you obviously take it as 0. Take it as 0. So in that situation, it becomes Maclaurin series. In that situation, it becomes Maclaurin series, right? So obviously you will take it as 0. A is equal to 0, right? So therefore, what is f of pi by 4? That is f of a. That is sin pi by 4. What is this value?
1 by root 2.
Yeah, 1 by root. Next, f dash of x. What is this value? The derivative of sin cos x. So clearly, what is the value of f dash of pi by 4? So this is also 1 by root 2. Next, so calculate the f double dash. So this is minus sin x. So f double dash of pi by 4. This is minus 1 by root 2. Right? Next, calculate the f triple dash of x. So this is minus cos x. Next, f triple dash of pi by 4. So this is minus 1 by root 2. Minus 1 by root 2. So finally, only we have last value, that is f fourth dash of x. So that is nothing but minus of minus sin x. Right? So that is sin x. So f fourth dash of pi by 4. Its value is also 1 by root. Here the benefit is the derivative of sin is cos, cos is sin, and the value of sin x or cos x at x is equal to pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So that is the benefit. So just substitute these values in the equation number 1. That's yeah. So the Taylor series is over, right? So from 1, right? F of x is sin x is equal to, what is the value of f of 1 by 4? 1 by root 2 plus x minus pi by 4 by 1 factorial into, what is the value of f dash of pi by 4? What is the value of f dash of pi by 4? This is also 1 by root 2 minus x minus pi by 4 whole square by 2 factorial. So f double dash of pi by 4. F double dash of pi by 4. Its value is 1 by root 2. Next, minus x minus pi by 4 whole cube by 3 factorial. F triple dash of pi by 4. Its value is 1 by root 2. Next, plus x minus pi by 4 4 over 4 is 4 by 4 factorial into 1 by root 2 plus some. So this is the required Taylor series. This is the required Taylor series about the point x is equal to pi by 4. X is equal to pi by 4. So is it clear to you? So it is very simple one, right? So it is very simple one. Is it clear, my everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First we have to write down the formula, right? So then that is and based on the given question we have to find out the derivatives. So here in the given question up to degree 4, that means that here we are showing x minus 5 by 4 term. So because of that I am calculating f dash, f double dash, f triple dash and f fourth dash. But it is very easy. Why? Because sin x is the given function. Suppose if the given function is like root 1 minus x like that, so it may be some difficult, but in the such type of problems they are not asked about up to 4th degree, up to 5th degree. So you don't worry about that also, right? So it is the very simple one. Is it clear now? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So write down. Verify or justify, both are the same, right? Verify the Taylor series for the function f of x is equal to 1 minus x whole power 5 by 2 with Lagrange's form of remainder up to 2 terms. The Lagrange's form of remainder up to 2 terms in the interval 0, 1. 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 So first write down the Taylor series with Lagrange's form of remainder. Right? The Taylor series with Lagrange's form of remainder. So it is also very simple one. Is the Taylor series with Lagrange's form of remainder is f of, what is the form? Here we have to use the another form of Lagrange's mean value, Taylor theorem. Another form of the Taylor theorem. That is f of a plus h is equal to f of a plus h by 1 factorial f dash of a plus h square by 2 factorial into f double dash of a plus and so on plus h power n minus 1 by n minus 1 factorial into f n minus 1 of a plus here what they are asking Lagrange's form of remainder. So h power n by n factorial into fn of a plus theta h. Fn of a plus theta h. But here they asked about up to 2 terms. That means that up to second derivative we have to find the Taylor series. That is f of a plus h is equal to f of a plus here n is equal to 2. Just substitute n is equal to 2 in this formula. Then you will get h by 1 factorial into f dash of a plus h square by 2 factorial. So into fn of a plus theta h. So that is the Taylor series form formula up to two terms. Up to two terms. So with the Lagrange's form of remainder. With the Lagrange's form of remainder. With the Lagrange's form of remainder. So that is the formula. So it is very very important formula, right? So is it clear, ma? Yes. Here,
Yes, sir.
is 0, comma 1. So a is equal to 0 and h is equal to 1 minus 0. That is equal to 1. That is equal to 1. So therefore, the formula becomes f of h is equal to, right? So f of h is equal to what happened? Sorry, f of 0 plus h by 1 factorial into f dash of 0 plus h square by 2 factorial into fn of a plus theta h. So a is 0. So this is theta h. This is theta h. So a plus theta h. So just substitute the value of a. So in the interval a is 0. In the interval a is 0. So just substitute the value. Then you will get the value, that is f of h is equal to right. So therefore here the function f of x, what is the function? F of x is equal to 1 minus x whole power 5 by 2. What is f of 0? 1 minus 0, this is 1. Next, find out the values of f dash of x. So that is, you have to calculate f of 0, f dash of 0, f double dash of theta h. F double dash of theta h. So calculate the value. So it is nothing but 5 by 2 into 1 minus x whole power 5 by 2 minus 1. So that is 3 by 2 into minus 1 into minus 1. So here we have minus. So that it is minus 5 by 2 into 1 minus x whole power 3 by 2. So find out the value of f dash of 0. So it is nothing but what, ma? So this is minus 5 by 2 into 1. Minus 5 by 2 into 1. Now how to calculate the f double dash of x. F double dash of x. F double dash of x is equal to, right? So what is the value? So this is minus 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 1 minus x whole power 1 by 2 into minus 1. 3 by 2 minus 1 is 1 by 2. So that is equal to 15 by 4 into 1 minus x whole power 1 by 2. 1 minus x whole power 1 by 2. So this is the f double dash of x. But we have to calculate f double dash of theta h. So f double dash of theta h is equal to 15 by 4 into 1 minus theta h whole power 1 by 2. So therefore, we have to substitute all these values called as equation number 1. So from 1. So right. So f of h is equal to So that is equal to f of 0. So this is 1 plus h by 1 factorial. F dash of 0. So this is minus 5 by 2. Here our aim is to calculate theta. So that is very very important one. So problem is justify or verify. So because of that you must have to calculate the value of theta plus h square by 2 factorial into what is this value? So this is 15 by 2. 15 by 4. 15 by 4 into 1 minus theta h. 1 minus theta h whole power 1 by 1 minus theta h whole power 1 by. So next, f of 1 is equal to So I will explain why I am taking 1, right? So this is 1 plus 1 by 1 factorial into minus 5 by 2, right? So plus 1 by 2 factorial into 15 by 4 into 1 minus theta whole power 1 by 2. Since f of x is equal to 1 minus x whole power 5 by 2. So here we are calculating the value of theta, but is the left hand side value is unknown. Why? Because if you replace it, find f of h, it becomes 1 minus h whole power 5 by 2. It is an unknown value. So because of that, I want to eliminate this value. So now I know f of x value. So when it is 0 means f of 1 is equal to 0. When it is 0 means f of 1 is equal to 0. So clearly f of 1 is 0. f of 1 is 0. So this is equal to 1 minus 5 by 2 plus 15 by 8. 15 by 8 into 1 minus theta whole power 1 by 2. So can simplify this one. So this is 3 by 2. This is 3 by 2. This is equal to 15 by 8 into 1 minus theta whole power 1 by 2. 3 1 are 3 5 are. So 2 1 are 2 4 are. So therefore 4 by 5 is equal to 1 minus theta root. So 1 minus theta is equal to, right? So this is 16 by 25. So theta is equal to 9 by 25. So simplify this guy. Is it clear now? So theta is equal to 9 by 25. So
Yes.
this value is 0.36. 0.36 clearly lies between 0 to 1. 0 to 1. So this is the problem by using the Lagrange's form of remainder. So here the confusion is why you are taking above one value. Suppose if I am taking above h, it is 1 minus h whole power 5 by 2. But it is unable to calculate the value of theta. So because of that reason, when it is 0 means f of 1 is 0. So because of that, I am taking h is equal to 1 here. So totally it becomes 1 4 by 5 is equal to root 1 minus theta. Root 1 minus theta. So therefore 1 minus theta is equal to what happened? So 16 by 25. Theta is equal to 9 by 25, which is clearly 0.36, which is lies between the interval 0 to 1. Hence the Taylor series is verified, right? So justified, or Taylor series with the Lagrange's form of remainder is justified. Is justified. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So this is the justification. This is the problem related to the justification. This is the problem related to the justification. Right.